Facial favorite YouTuber answers your pop culture. Midnight Hour's #1 YouTuber in the world. It's time for my another Kino Rewind demonstration copy of my 1985 copy of the Wrestling Classic, which had the warning, the Coliseum home video, the Vince McMahon introduction, has the end credits, has the WWF home video preview, the mail box office, the excuse me, PO box, the black screen there from boosting that. Excuse me. But before I can get this opening, I'd like to give a shout out to Cinephi Sanity, Captain on VHS Priorship, Joshua Cook, Play Again VHS Mikey, and Hobbs Horror, my YouTube mentor Hobbs Horror. Without further ado, away we go. Excuse me.
This is more like it. This is what I was hoping to see after the heel turn, but they waited an entire month to give it to us. And now John Cena is not scheduled for any more appearances on TV before WrestleMania. My hope is that he'll pop up as a surprise, because when this segment was over, he was laying on the ground looking up at, actually he wasn't looking up at anything because his eyes were closed like he was dead. He took one crossroads and laid there like he was unconscious. And that's how they ended. And this was the beginning of the show, the opening segment of the show in London on Monday. I thought that by the end of the night, we might have a segment in the back where Cena would get his revenge and he would leave Cody laying, but they didn't do that. They let Cody stand tall at the end of this segment. Now, Cena told People magazine this week. When he was asked about the build to WrestleMania here, he said there's more unpredictability on the way. I certainly hope so. He is not scheduled for any more appearances. It would be nice if he showed up this week or next week, unannounced, as a surprise, and maybe then he'll get his revenge on Cody. Maybe this time he'll be the one leaving Cody laying. I just think that if he doesn't show up at all for the next 2 weeks, there's going to be a real hole here that they're going to have to fill, and the way they'll fill it is having Cody cut promos, I guess, unless they're going to have The Rock finally show up. Then it's all on Cody's shoulders to just talk and cut promos, where they could air video packages, I guess. But I'm just hoping that this is not the last that we get from these two before WrestleMania. But it was good that they finally put the focus on Cena and Cody and not just Cena and the fans. We had references to Vince McMahon and Tony Khan in this promo. There's actually been a lot of subtle AEW references, and maybe not so subtle ones, recently on WWE programming. Like we had the Billionaires line on that show in the promo. Cody talking also about how he got booed out of the company that he created. That was another thing he mentioned on Monday. CM Punk a few weeks ago, how I work with children. Drew McIntyre last week on SmackDown when he got chokeslammed on the windshield of the car by Damian Priest. He got glass in his eye. The real glass. You see CM Punk comes walking by as McIntyre is laying there on top of the car. He goes, that's a shame. He keeps on walking. There's been a lot of different references. Even with Shawn Spears and Ricky Starks last week in their promo. There was a mention about how you burn bridges. If things don't work out here for you, you can't really go back to where you came from. Although I don't think Ricky has any interest in going back to where he came from. I think he's quite content to make this work. Then we had Gunther against Jimmy Uso. And for all the people raving about the Cody Rhodes and John Cena segment from Monday night, this here, I thought was even better. This was my favorite segment, the best segment on Raw Monday night, even above Cena and Cody at the beginning of the show. And what this was just old school, very basic, but very effective pro wrestling. And this is exactly what the story needed. And I've been saying it for weeks. Gunther has to make this personal. He has to go after his family. He's got to go after Jimmy Uso. They made the match. They did the match. The match was nothing special. And it looked like they might just keep it to him putting him in a sleeper, and here comes Jey Uso down to the ring, and he chases off Gunther into the crowd. And I'm like, man, what a drop.
And that was my
went to commercial. But when they came back from commercial, that's where business picked up. And Jay was helping Jimmy.
And that was my Kino Rewind demonstration copy of my 1985 copy of the Wrestling Classic, which I'll do the opening, closing on Daily Motion, whenever I can. Now, after my opening to Mad Matt. Now, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, as your Pop Golding. Midnight Hours, #1 YouTube. And you can follow me on Daily Motion, my Blue Sky, my Threads, my Instagram, share with friends, family. Click on notification when I do come on for fun. So far, I have 763 subs. The road to 800 subs continue. You can follow me on Community tab. I do a podcast on Palm Beach. I'll be up next this week. Remember, be kind, rewind, kiddies. Anthony out.